Men's basketball team falls short in the ASUN tournament. Meanwhile, the baseball team keeps the Mayor's Cup. All that and so much more on this week's edition of Monday Minutes. Ospreys, I'm Elise Lobb. The ASUN tournament has come and gone. The women's basketball team played against USC Upstate Friday and lost to the Spartans. Claire Ioannidis led the team with 21 points, and Sierra Shepard had 10. This loss marks the end of the season for the women's team. The men's basketball team went 1-1 in the conference tournament last week. They beat USC Upstate on Tuesday, 92-69. Dallas Moore led the team with 22 points and 7 assists. Trent Mackey had 20 points on 5 of 6 shooting from 3. And Chris Davenport also had 20 points along with 8 rebounds. Unfortunately, the Ospreys lost to Gulf Coast Thursday, 87-56. Dallas Moore had the team high with 15 points, and Bo Beach added 10. Due to the result of the ASUN's championship, the Ospreys have clinched a spot in the NIT. Stay tuned to the Ospreys Sports Network or log on to unfospreys.com for more details.
No, I'm not going to let one game, I'm not going to let one night, I'm not going to let what occurred deter from what these guys have accomplished and what these guys have done. On the same side, I thought we came out with the right approach. I thought we had the right energy. I thought we had the right attitude and effort. And then I thought at about the 12-minute mark, I really felt we resorted back to some things that hurt us during that slide. And part of it was just offense, not making shots. It was dictating some of our defense. And then our defense obviously slid. It was only a 14-point game at halftime. I told the guys that's 14, not 40 now. So it's our ball. Let's not think it's over the hill. And came out and scored on the first bucket, which was a great sign. But to their credit, they dominated us in every single facet there was. They crushed us on the glass. They crushed us to 50-50 balls. They crushed us on every energy and effort play. They crushed, Savician, you got to give that kid a lot of credit. That kid started here and barely played since then. And he comes off the bench and just buries 3 threes in the first half and helped them to separate to get that lead. And you got to give him a lot of credit and his teammates credit for finding him and getting him the ball. And it's unfortunate the way it ended, but it is what it is. We're in the NIT.
It's definitely not the way I envisioned going out for the last home game, but like Coach Driscoll said, we got another game coming up, so the season's not over. The Atlantic Sun season's over, but we still have postseason play. That's still a great accomplishment for the university. Back-to-back postseason tournament appearances, first 2 in school history. So it's still a good tournament to be in. It's not what we had hoped for, but got to go to the next one.
Last week, the Atlantic Sun announced some of their yearly awards. Both men and women's basketball team were able to take home some hardware. Claire Ioannidis was named Conference Newcomer of the Year. DeMarcus Daniels won his 2nd Defensive Player of the Year award. Bo Beach was named All-Conference First Team. The coaching staff headed by Coach Driscoll were named Coaches of the Year, and Dallas Moore won Player of the Year honors and was named All-Conference First Team. The women's golf team took part in the Kiawah Island Classic and had a strong outing. The Ospreys finished tied for 10th with Iowa in a field of 41. Emily Alp finished tied for 18th and was awarded ASUN's Woman Golfer of the Week. They will host the UNF Collegiate starting today. Freshman Philip Knowles was awarded Men's Golf Player of the Week. Knowles finished 2nd in the John Haight Collegiate Invitational. The men's team will travel to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina this Saturday to compete in the General Hackler Championship hosted by Coastal Carolina. The men and women's tennis team return home after nearly a month on the road. The men's team will host East Tennessee State Wednesday, then travel to Spartanburg to face USC Upstate on Saturday. And last week, Yannick Zern was named ASUN's Men's Tennis Player of the Week. Meanwhile, the women's team will host East Tennessee State Thursday. After that, they will head to Alabama to play VCU and South Alabama. The track and field team will head to Fayetteville, Arkansas to compete in the NCAA Indoor Championship. The meet will take place Friday, and last week Logan Poteet was given the Outstanding Freshman Award for his performance at the ASUN Indoor Championship. The beach volleyball season started over the weekend. The team headed down to Boca Raton to participate in the Borough Beach Bash, hosted by FAU. They lost to 8th-ranked Georgia State and FAU on day 1. But on day 2, they beat Weber International 5-0 and FAU 3-2. They host UNC Wilmington tomorrow, then travel to Mobile, Alabama to take on Spring Hill College on March 16th. The Ospreys play JU on Wednesday for the Mayor's Cup, and the Ospreys poured it on late. Ospreys scored 4 late runs to win, 10-6, keeping the cup at UNF. They then hosted Penn over the weekend and won the series 2-1, winning Game 1 17-5 and Game 2 5-3. Next, they will face the top-ranked Florida Gators at Harmon Stadium tomorrow, then travel to Gainesville on Wednesday. And this weekend, they will host UNC Wilmington. The softball team had their home opener on Wednesday against 25th-ranked UCF. The Ospreys lost to the Knights 7-2. They then traveled to take part in the UCF tournament. On day 1, they beat LIU 5-4 and LaSalle 9-1. And on day 2, they beat Middle Tennessee and South Dakota, scoring a total of 13 runs. They will face Penn on Thursday in Clearwater, Florida, and then compete in the USF Under Armour Showcase starting Friday. And joining us today is Katie Mandigo. So this past weekend, you guys won all 4 of your games. What kind of momentum does that give you moving forward?
It's definitely a turnaround point in our season, and it's going to bring us into Clearwater playing 6 games this weekend.
So you guys, up to now, have only had 1 home game. After this weekend, you're going to have a bulk of home games. How excited are you to play in front of a home crowd?
It's always better in front of the home crowd, and I'm super excited to get season started.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. For all of us at the Osprey Sports Network, I'm Elise Lobb.
And I'm Katie Mandigo.
Have a great weekend. Go Ospreys.